First off, I want to thank people on Discord for inspiring some of these topics that I'm focusing on. People will message me and I'll be like, yeah, I should talk about that. And then I talk about it. Little fact about me, sometimes I choke on my own saliva for no reason. And when I try to drink beverages, a lot of times I choke on that too because I'm incompetent at drinking anything or fluids in general, just not good with. I don't know why. I'd be terrible at swallowing, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so what we want to talk about right now is a very good point that someone just made. They said they wish that Sarah would just tell the truth. They wish that Sarah would just come forward, admit what actually happened, and let it be done. Because I know Sarah probably maybe is capable of telling the truth. And what she's allegedly doing, I haven't confirmed it. I was just told that she's getting a lawyer. But Sarah, if you have a strong case, present it. You know? Don't show things out of context. Don't show no context. Present it in a way that is undeniable. No fake screenshots, no nothing. Just literally make a all-out video describing your situation. No bad acting this time. No faking anything. Just present what actually happened. And what actually happened is exactly what you and I should both know. One, you were dumped. Somebody broke up with you. Okay? And once you were broken up with, you went all super duper crazy. Like crazy like in a rage. Crazy like you want to ruin my life. Crazy like you complaining that I wouldn't use a wand on you anymore. Or ever, actually. That you were saying like, oh, you never got to use the wand on me. Oh, you never got to do that. Because I said, yeah, I would do that for her, but then we were only interacting for a couple of days, and then I realized that it was totally nutty and uncomfortable. Like it was just a really creepy vibe that she gave me and freaked me out. And I hope most people could be with me that the live action Aladdin was very good and totally worth watching, and being distracted with someone looking up at you, kind of guilt tripping you to make out with them isn't probably the best thing, an alternative to watching Aladdin. But no, I wish that Sarah would come forward about how she trashed Billy for years or months, something like that. How she trashed Ayala. How she said Ayala had said that she wanted to sleep with Sarah and offered that. That's what Sarah said. I wish you'd come forward with the truth about that. I wish you'd come forward about how you got kicked out because you misunderstood a joke and I didn't want to be around you. I wish you'd come forward and talk about you saying that you were going to end your own life because I didn't want to be around you because you came up with this idea that I had actually been uncomfortable with you saying the Dat Booty Dough joke was real and actually some kind of pass. I wish you would come forward about the fact that all of this has been a result of you being rejected because you were unbalanced. It would make so much more sense if you would just tell it like it is rather than constantly changing your story as to what happened. One day you're supportive of Kai, the next day you hate Kai and you think Kai's a monster, then the next day you're supportive of Kai again, and then you think Kai's a monster. I wish you'd give the full context and admit that you know that you were never supposed to have any photos. I wish you'd actually admit that you never sent any photos because Kai doesn't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I know Regina is completely incapable of being honest because, like, who tries to make it all about them when they're not even involved? Regina isn't even a part of this. I don't even remember ever talking to Regina, but she's like, hey, look at me, guys, and then joins allegedly the Hanson team to become a conflict of interest. So the whole thing, again, seems like a circus. It seems like a big clown show, and I wish that Sarah would just say, you know what? I'm fed up with this. Instead of spending tens of thousands of dollars on a lawyer to realize in court that we have hordes of documentation. And as I said before, it would be lovely to share that documentation with you guys if you wouldn't try to delete my entire channels or my entire Patreon or my YouNow is gone because I posted a text. I posted a text that was really positive and I forgot to crop out one part of it. And you guys got my Patreon deleted, you got my YouNow deleted, you got another social platform deleted. Like, I wish that you guys would just understand that that is why I can't do anything. You've bound my hands, because if I show anything and hear any proof, you guys could simply report it as doxing, and then I lose my stuff, even more than before. So, I'm bound, but I'm pretty sure Sarah isn't. So, you know, it will be nice if we ever go to court, and I actually get to show we have like 5 years, I think, worth of texts on our computers, and even if we didn't have our computers, they would still be in the cloud. So you can't get rid of this. This is, Sarah, it's over. Like, I finally have spoken, and I've told my side of the story, and I have all the documents to back it up. So if you really want to take it to court, then I will gladly show the judge all the stuff that actually happened. And the judge will see through your nonsense because the judge is used to people like you. Frauds. People who want to get back at people, people who are malicious and vindictive and want to hurt people just because that person dumped them and said, get out of my life because I can't put up with your mental instability anymore. Your prescription drug sales, your illegal drug use, you're attempting to marry someone for money so they can get their green card. These are serious crimes, Sarah. And I wish that you would just acknowledge who you are and admit that you are totally screwed because of the truth coming out. Because here's the thing. There's no way that Sarah is actually like feeling like completely good about herself. Because I think when I was a child, I took a car from a library, a little toy car, and the guilt ate me up. It still bothers me to this day that I took a little toy car from the library that wasn't mine, didn't belong to me. To this day. There was this time when I was very, very young, and I took like a candy, or I tried to walk out with a smoothie from a gas station, but I didn't pay for it. I tried to walk out with it because my friend had walked out. He didn't pay, so I was just following him, walking out with a smoothie. And the person behind the register said, are you going to pay for that? And I am humiliated to this day. Okay? So I can only imagine how Sarah would feel having Kai to the point of literally hating her and never feeling more betrayed by a human being in Kai's entire life. Like, there is no one that Kai is more disappointed with and more feeling a victim of, as I understand, than Sarah. So I don't know how you would live with yourself knowing that, because you just the other day said you had so much love for this person, but you don't understand how much damage you've done to this person, and you admitted to it. When you say, you know, you sexually extorting someone was just a joke, okay? If I go into a gas station and I point a gun at someone and it's a fake gun, okay? And I wind up, you know, not actually shooting them or anything, I say it's just a joke. But they actually give me money, and I actually walk out of the station with it. Do you understand how that doesn't apply? That's what you did, Sarah. You admitted that you did it when you said it was just a joke. That you said, I'm only going to sign an NDA if you guys, or you implied it. You implied that you're only going to sign an NDA if 2 people sleep with you. That was the implication, and that's the implication that you admitted. That is, by Washington state standard, sexual extortion, which is a crime. You said it was just a joke. But again, if you walk into a bank and you hold a fake gun at somebody, fake, it's fake. So it's a joke, right? It's a joke, it's a fake gun. But they give you the money and you walk out with it, that doesn't make what you did any less a crime. You already admitted to it. I would love to prove my point to a judge. Obviously, I'm relatively articulate. And I have months and years worth of your texts, all sitting in a cloud. And you know I do. And you know that you have this video of you talking about how innocent Kai is when you were like almost 18 and a half. Almost. That's it. So if you want to go blow money on a lawyer, you can. But problem is that if you have even remotely any cognitive competence, you know what I'm saying is true. And you know it's totally over. Maybe you should have just moved on instead of trying to ruin people's lives because you couldn't take rejection. I think that's the ultimate lesson here, because you wasted Chris Hansen's time. You embarrassed Chris Hansen. And maybe Chris Hansen will eventually admit what a joke this has all been if he has integrity. But you've also wasted the time of literally millions of people, because that's how much traffic this has gotten on all these channels. Millions of people believed in your bullshit. It's time to fess up.